the Thar, they can do that with every single pick. They've just done it pretty well here. GEEK Fam with the Karina to wrap up their drafts here up against Autofire's composition. Again, that's another sort of dash. Your ultimate is kind of a dash, right? It counts as a dash, so it gets cancelled out by the King's Calling. In terms of the executions there, not too sure if he's going to be able to do exactly that with the King's Calling up.
It's a difficult spot right here for the side of GEEK Fam. Autofire, a lot more flexible because even in a front-to-back situation, a very defensive scenario, they can use the Link's Tempest of Blades as a crowd control tool. So depending on how they want to play it, they can just adjust at will. This is so dangerous for GEEK Fam to go up against.
And even the Mathilda.
Yes.
If you get caught in the King's Calling, you can't really help anyone out. Guiding Wind is a dash.
Exactly.
Man.
We'll have to see here again with the composition that both teams have committed. Land of Dawn, we go here for a potential conclusion for our second match of Week 7, Day 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to see the support, your support in the live comments as well. Perhaps if you support Autofire, I want to see you spam Autofire. If you support GEEK Fam, I want to see you spam GEEK Fam as well.
Absolutely. Again, the support pays a huge, it's a confidence boost for them, a morale boost as well. Valoy almost just stole the purple buff with a basic attack.
Oh my god.
Godiva's taken low as well. Early on, in terms of wave clear, it surely will be GEEK Fam with the Lilia and the Mathilda.
Will they be able to roam around with that advantage though? That is the main question. GEEK Fam, they want to try and get more advantages. This is the time when they have the advantage in pressure.
See here, boys, we need to be careful. Oh my god, will High have the first blood? But take a look at the re-engage. Jana QT now gets caught. 4 members is on him, but Jana QT will survive. No first blood in the first minute.
Good engage actually from GEEK Fam, right? They're able to buy so much time. Jana has the Litho.
3 members is on the jungles, but take a look at that. Spear of Glory taking a member, and Jana QT will collect the orange buff, but Jana QT misses. He actually whiffs the skill there. Jana QT falls, first blood goes to the side of Autofire.
It couldn't have gone to the worst hands possible, and here, High, he's getting chased down. Chadera picks up the kill under the turret. Both of the gold laners winning and getting a kill. But here, down prediction by Axe favors Autofire. Everyone opting for Autofire this game.
After such a dominant performance, you can't really blame us, essentially. We are still worried on what extra strats Autofire still has in the bag. But of course, get that battle emote right now, guys. Make the game a lot more exciting when you can quote the best of teams from MPL ID.
Ente, kadang-kadang Ente is Autofire's one.
Santay, bro. Santay is for side of GEEK Fam. Now, you can see here, first turtle goes to the hands of GEEK Fam. And it seems like the purple buff will be invaded here. Godiva trying to do what he can to delay. High will not be able to find the retribution there. Purple buff is taken away, but Ozura there in the jungle as well. Pop that. Black shoes.
They're shutting High down from the get-go. And a Ling without a purple buff, especially here, going up against a team with full mid control is going to be very tough. And the person who's going to feel that pressure is definitely going to be the side laners, right? Kabuki mainly, because GEEK Fam, with the pressure they have in the mid lane, they surely want to actually shut Kabuki down as well in the process.
In the whole pick-off situation, the burst damage department really favors GEEK Fam, but right now Aura making their own play on the top side.
2v1 here, Luki trying to find and buy a lot of time, so much time, but at the end of the day, the damage will be too much there. Fluffy picking up the kill. And boys, anything interesting?
Well, Demon Slayer is picked up by High, so that's the same option that Jana QT opts for. So a lot more emphasis on getting that neutral objective. But you can see for Autofire, 2 members with tanky emblems will allow them to actually withstand more damage up front. GEEK Fam will have to try and maneuver around that. Similar story from game number 1, but they do have a lot more burst damage, so Alzura will have a lot of work to do in the mid game.
Yeah, and Autofire, Fluffy especially here, he notices that Ling is a bit behind, gives him almost just all of the hits over to the turret gold, right? So giving him some more space and some more resources to come back in the game.
Okay, you can see here, Trickling Eagle pop, but take a look at the purple buff. Another invade. Luke and Facehugger will try to find cover. Real manipulation, Bob Jana, QT will fall. The hands of Facehugger on the other side. Fluffy falls as well here. And we can see Hai trying desperately to claim that purple buff. It succeeds, but Jana QT a little too greedy there.
Very aggressive, right? It worked for Geek Fam early on, but now the King's Calling is up. You can't really have that much kill pressure when your dash-heavy heroes, your dash-heavy composition gets countered like that.
It's so dangerous because now if they fight prolonged battles, Aura of Fire can have the potential to do a lot of DPS on the back of Facehugger on that Eve. Luke almost got taken out by the real manipulation. They cannot repeat the same kind of mistake, but they will get the turtle.
It's a closer game this time around, with Geek Fam having more control on the neutral objectives, and obviously an enemy jungle too. They have more pressure. Hai is 2 levels below Jana QT at this point, but Hai, whoa!
Hai, he really wants to kill on towards Volorsky. Is that the right move? Seems like Hai will retreat with half HP, but it seems like it is a very stalemate-ish kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, right now, they're just looking for the freshness in their compositions, right? Both of the teams doing pretty well, but with that new Axe effect, they're doing even better. With the new grab food discount code, you guys can also grab your food right now as we are entering the mid-game. A lot of fights will be there, so go ahead and grab your snacks.
Grab your snacks and participate in the excitement. It's gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be so exciting that you want something to snack on, as Hai will get caught against 3 people right here. He will be able to escape, and he is gonna be trying to get his purple buff, but Geek Fam already in position to try and deny that yet again.
Another invade, Circling Eagle connected onto Hai. Hai, Tempest Blade as a defense. Jana QT will secure the purple buff. Again, Hai was isolated there. No backups to somehow assist him to collect that purple buff.
3 levels behind. Not a good look for Hai here on the lane. You want to go for the snowball, but even in the bottom side, Chidera is the one who's actually going to be able to zone him away from his own jungle. And with this, they might even actually be able to siege down tier 1 bottom side.
Look at the items right here. Jana Cutie going for a tank build actually. So little less burst damage, but on the right members against the right members, that's plenty of damage, especially if you're going up against a front to back situation. Hai only has the Wind Talker, so it's a very tough spot as his orange buff gets taken away from him yet again. Aura Fire needs to withstand this aggression if they want to try and come back in the later stages. They do have the Melissa and the Yve. That's a lot of DPS that Geek Fam will not be able to match later on. So Geek need to actually step on the gas and pressure and try and end this game earlier.
I don't know, right now for Aura, I actually think they shouldn't really look for these crazy fights. Again, Jana is going to go on to the turtle. He picks it up, right? Another turtle pickup for Geek Fam. And this is just going to push them even further. That XP gap from Jana and Hai is so massive.
Wow. Loisky here, dealing such a nuisance onto his Hai, dealing damage as well. But Geek Fam, I agree, they need to be more proactive, Arashi. But it seems like Aura Fire now, they are turtling it quite well. Again, another invade we'll have to see here as Hai does have that retribution in time. And, well, he will use it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really worth it anymore to try to just secure it without retry. And even here, wow, the King's Calling was dodged away from. So you can see why the Mathilda was really picked up. It's to anticipate the King's Calling.
Take a look at the mid side here. Kabuki popping that go away here as a defense. They managed to clear the wave as well. Geek Fam will not collapse that mid structure. But it seems like Geek Fam, they are slowly but surely suffocating Aura Fire here, Arashi.
I mean, it's just a lot more difficult because the additional mobility from the Mathilda has been very critical in shutting down Godiva. This is not the first time they're going up against the Minzatar as well, so they are a lot more adaptable as Kadira almost takes out Hai and Godiva does not get that very critical hook. Geek Fam maintains pressure in this 8-minute game.
Pushing the gold lead again onto that 4,000 mark, and it's getting really hard for Aura because Geek Fam are suffocating them very slowly but very surely. And the top side as well, Luke just doesn't even care, right? There's no kill pressure available from Hai on this lane. You don't deal nearly as much damage right now.
You can see here, Aura Fire, they are struggling here to somehow turn the game around. But Geek Fam, they are holding their ground rather well here. 4,000 gold lead established, and again, the tier 2 bot side will soon collapse as Lord now is up.
Now that the Lord is on the table, Aura, there's a lot more urgency in their mines to try and make sure that GEEK Fam does not get that. It's a very important sieging tool that GEEK Fam can use to end this game early. And Hai, as the jungler that has secured the highest amount of lords, he for sure does not want to let it go. But when he is 2 levels behind, that's a bit difficult, man. As Fluffy gets very low, he gets taken out!
What is that burst damage from Lilia? Johnny QT on the other side has collected the Lord here, 4,000 gold lead. This Lord push, perhaps they might push this to what, 8,000 gold lead here, perhaps. So, or Fire, they really need to be careful here when engaging and again when forced to fight. You really need to be careful regarding their positioning.
Man, when Lilia does that much damage onto your frontliner, when he's 1 level ahead of the XP lane, it's not really... Yeah, it's not a good look at all. Aura Fire have no control over their own jungle, and GEEK Fam are taking objectives left and right without giving any space towards Aura. Aura can't even look for the trades at this point.
It's just so difficult right now because at any point they can get absolutely one-shot because GEEK Fam is ahead right now and Janna has a tank build as well. So even going for the pickoffs, easier said than done, especially when everybody can actually dodge away from the hooks. So now they have to play it slow and collected. They can die for Aura right here, but once they get to the base, Aura will have the option of using that real-world manipulation as Elzura is able to zone everybody away from the turret.
Again,
that's a lot of damage.
7.8k gold lead, about to be 8k gold lead. And you can see, this is why, you know, we kind of predicted the Amon, right, Arashi? The Ling just falls so behind up against this kind of composition. Real-time win probability presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series says that GEEK Fam is leading 64% to 36%, but they look for a fight.
Oh, real world manipulation pops as well here. Beloski taking amount of damage. But take a look at Luke. He just enters the backside trying to find a kill, and Luke gets one. Godiva falls as well as Facehugger and Godiva now is not in the game. GEEK Fam looking for the siege once again as base turret bot side will fall here. GEEK Fam, a success siege.
Very successful.
Fire, yeah.
They get the bottom turret on the base, and Aura Fire, despite their best attempts, are not able to defend against that. Now without Facehugger, no high ground, no clear, will they be able to find something meaningful as Fluffy most likely will get jumped on?
Oh, Kabuki is the target. Kabuki!
Wow.
Oh, take a look at the damage there by Luke. He just insta-killed Kabuki, and now we can see here, GEEK Fam still strong with 5. They are still sieging the base of Aura Fire. 2 base turrets done, and base number 3 looks to fall as well. Aura Fire desperately trying to defend this one. They will be able to do so though. GEEK Fam, a very, very comfortable lead, 11,000.
With only the first Lord, they're able to take down 3 base turrets this time. And again, every single time we talk about the value with the first Lord Arashi, it's just the outer turrets, the tier 2s. The fact that you're able to get 3 base turrets just shows how dominant you are in this game. 10,000 gold lead, and it also shows how Aura doesn't have any response towards this aggression.
GEEK Fam now also being a lot more flexible, using the Circling Eagle to bring Luke towards that back line, and Aura here trying to make a play happen, but it's gonna be countered.
Yeah, again, Luke just looking to zone Aura Fire away. He was able to, and now Hai left without a purple buff once again. It's getting really sad for Hai, man.
Beloski on this Matilda, man, is just so annoying. Again, providing the space that GanaQT needs, and as well Kidera to secure the enhanced Lord. Their base is exposed. Arashi. Can Aura Fire defend this one?
It's gonna be very tough. GEEK, not a lot of damage. Kabuki also still farming up for the very important core items on that Melissa. He is not that late game start we saw in the previous game. So GEEK Fam here have a very real chance of ending it, provided that they play this well. Earlier we saw that Beloski and Luke were able to make a crazy play and instantly take Kabuki out of the equation. They will be prepared for it now. So Aura Fire, can they adjust, can they adapt and suppress all the odds here? Because GEEK Fam has everything they need to try and end the game.
Two-way push here. Take a look at this already to engage. Real world manipulation pops in the backside. Take a look at the Lord. Godiva falls, and this is it. Tempest of Blade as an offense, but GanaQT finds the Fluffy. And take a look at the base. It's too exposed. GEEK Fam force a game of 3.
1-2-1, an equalizer from GEEK Fam when everyone doubted them. All the casters predicted Aura Fire in this game, but GEEK Fam comes back. They literally dominated Aura Fire from the get-go, early on up until the very end. What a performance by GEEK Fam, and that execution. just suffocating the enemy team, not really letting Aura Fire breathe at all.
It's such a great adjustment, man. Securing more burst damage, more domination in the early game to ensure that Aura, they have no control in the mid side, and using that mid pressure, they're able to actually make sure that High on that lane didn't get any resources at all. And without anything coming